Let's see if we have better luck.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
As you look around this room full of
Yeah, that was
sweating,
literally the
swearing,
first fucking try. That's
drinking,
insane.
spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
I get it, Titus. You guys are the real authority around here.
Huh?
You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer, sitting around with your dicks in your hands.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Wow. No, I'm a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
He picks the beer back up.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it. It's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Clausia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due with an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Classy? Correct your tie.
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
Miss Orange, disco dancer?
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
Oh boy.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
So, what was her relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
So, the, rape, when was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
He turns to Glenn.
Here you go, boss.
Yeah, boys, here you go. The tall blonde throws him a can. Titus cracks it open. So, what is your relationship with her?
I know her.
He looks around and an uncommon silence fills the room.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
He crosses his arms.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not from around here.
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been staying over here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
You said you partied. Cool, that's cool, but what does that mean?
What do you think I meant?
Sex, drugs, karaoke, right?
Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it?
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
All right, thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Yep. See you, bro.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Perception heroic.
Nothing, as before.
What's this weirdo cop doing now, huh?
I think he...
Wow.
Yeah, because they like to sniff around it.
Behind the dockworkers, there's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
Ooh, someone's hid a key in the bush.
Huh?
The big guy looks behind him. Titus, can you please hand me the key?
I'm not your janitor, cop. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's nothing there.
If he says it's there, it's there.
The lieutenant takes his glasses off to clean them, then puts them back on. Can you slide by so I can grab the key?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Take the key.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Does anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the Union box window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
All right, thanks.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
I wonder what door this opens.
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
Good call, Kim. Okay. Well, I'm not worried about that right now. I wanted to go visit... Oh, shit. Kim has something to say.
Officer, what was that?
Well, you mean the sweating and fidgeting when he mentioned her name?
Yes.
And the sort of quivering jello thing with the eye?
Yes.
I think I know that woman.
The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
I tried to hit on her.
Understood.
It went pretty okay.
It doesn't matter how it went, officer. What else?
I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
She knows that I don't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
She knows I did some pretty crazy shit before I passed out, that I partied hard, and that I'm not very mentally healthy.
So she overheard you? Or did you party together?
So this is what it feels like to be interviewed.
I've got nothing to hide.
What if you do, but you just don't remember that you do?
You'll get through it, you slippery fuck! Blast some insano at him! Throw him off!
Yeah, she overheard me listening to music and doing weird things from her room. It's the one next to yours.
Anything else?
I didn't rape her.
What you're saying is, you raped her?
No.
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity. Cold sweat trickles down your neck.
No.
Then, don't ever say that again. What else?
My bad. I asked her where we are. What city is this? Maybe even what year, something like that.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
No.
We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be all right.
Cool. I think I had something else I had to ask him.
What do you want to know?
There was something I was supposed to talk to Kim about, but maybe the time is not right. There's a guy in these apartments we want to go see before it's too late. It might already be too late. I'm not really sure, but it said after 22, I think. No, it should be right because it's between 22 and 1 a.m. Maybe this is him.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag of his cigarette.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
We got your hint. Found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful.
He looks at you. Something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Yep, that's what I'm aiming for.
Beautiful.
He says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather. Even the rain feels nice.
All right, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad. Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
There's something so different about him, Kim. I can't put my finger on it.
Different, of course.
He smells good. Why does he smell so good?
He smells good.
He squints, trying to hold back laughter. Is that weird?
He smells good, and that's weird.
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in laughter.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
A quarterly business magazine. An empty ashtray. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. We found a rice farmer hat. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal, or Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. Oh, I clicked 2 at once. Oops.
Yes?
Nothing.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain. His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here. Yeah, let's fuck with him. Who does he think he is? Assisting you?
Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
That didn't work at all. What was that? You were supposed to fuck with him, not compliment the decor. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
Oh?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
That doesn't tell me anything about Kedra. Is it warm, cold, something in between?
It's warm. It's also known for its mandarin trees and dust storms from Supramundi. Kedra's an emerging market, but it still has a long way to go. Maybe that's why my friend's menage decided to emigrate.
How'd you two even meet each other?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
You're describing how the coalition occupied Revachol.
One of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. And not just allowed, encouraged even. Have you ever tried debate?
What do you mean?
Debating. You should consider joining a debating society for adults. I hear they're oodles of fun. I used to have a flyer for one, but now that I start thinking of it, it was for an improv class anyway. It's this funny theater thing, you know? Very creative. Helps relieve stress.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
All you can tell all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in this apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
He smiles, nodding to the window. What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
He says, raising his hand.
A baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby's crying.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the dark glass. I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Jesus, dude. What are you doing here in this apartment specifically?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Ugh, so you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stabilité. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
What is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
What is the price stabilité?
It is the most important thing.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't fucking tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure, give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
Tell me more about the moral intern.
It's the international organization for moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Ugh, turn to Kim. So what I'm hearing is that we're moral interns bitches?
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Turn back to Sunday friend. Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Am I?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Luke Kim, are you a moralist?
Me?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly recomposes himself.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
A very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
So all the... these are fun. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians. So I agree with the first half. And the second half, it's like... it's purposely making you sound ridiculous. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. Democracy is a sham no matter what. You don't have the right to force your fucking ideas on other people. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians.
Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
Your full autonomy is important, I agree. But it's an ongoing process. Nothing happens overnight. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about Sur la Cliff.
What's there to say? Sur la Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
What makes Revachol Sur la Cliff's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur la Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur la Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Enough business. Let's speak of something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
So did you witness the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
This is okay. Start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
He pauses, looking for the right wording.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were any of them huge? Like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
Did any of them look like drummers?
Drummers? Why, no. But then, I don't know what a drummer is supposed to look like.
I think we can drop the drummer angle. That was my bad.
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
If I say this, Kim's gonna fucking hate me. That's so distasteful. This game, just because you're not a fucking total cuck liberal, doesn't mean you hate other races. I'm not asking that. What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
You didn't check your watch?
My watch? Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take.
Let me get this straight. You did not actually witness the hanging, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Well, okay, that's all I have to ask. Thanks.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
That's all I got.
A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
We can't talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
My work here is done.
Of course.
Okay, we got to talk to that girl upstairs. Let's see. Most of the other stuff we probably can't do. Okay. I will inspect the body in the morning, perhaps. If the girl's still awake, I suppose Classy, we can try to speak with her.
The The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after.
You can see her from... Okay, she's asleep. So let's explore the Whirling and Rags secret passages that we found the key to. That's one of our quests.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Try the key.
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages? No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
This pinball says Franco-Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords. The pinball is white Deora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. A note: NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Oh, well.
Over there, in the corner.
Pinball?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kim, do you see what I see?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Have you played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Lean closer and read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
Okay, I'm going to save because I don't want to... Money is very
in the corner,
hard to come by.
Pinball machine.
I'm gonna try it, but I don't want to waste my money.
Cornelius, get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers.
Insert a coin.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
Well, technically human beings are at the top of the food chain, so...
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets.
Jesus.
Hateful little man. But you seem to be having fun.
I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board. And although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity opportunity presents itself, one of them gets through. The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Kim, it can be done. Just watch.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake, and then it's all over.
Whew. That is very unlikely. And you can't retry it. God damn it. Okay, reaction speed. Let's take a look. My total is 3. I am tempted. But I want to get the prize. God damn it. 28% is very, very low. I imagine if I get one more, it'll go up to like a 1/3 chance, maybe, instead of out of a 4th. Kind of greedy with my points here. Can I... Oh, right. Can I change my items, maybe? No, you can't change it in conversation. Well, balls, game. Balls. I'm interested to see. Oh, it makes it way higher.
How, if you can't even see it? The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. There goes nothing.
You fucking bullshit-ass game. Okay, I'm a dingus. I have that stupid fucking thought, that's why I didn't want to do it, where I will fail any red checks for another 2 hours and 8 minutes, so I'll just come back to the pinball machine when I'm not under that effect.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Run your fingers across the dust of the white Deora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white Deora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
Sounds like you don't like pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
Should we fire one of these bad boys up?
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
He looks away.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
I have low intelligence, so fuck it, we'll go for it. I'm gonna fail it no matter what, pretty much. Kim Kitsuragi, think.
It's strange that that he doesn't like pinball. Kim here is a Zeolite. His people are incredibly dexterous, and they all love pinball. Matter of fact.
Didn't you guys, like, invent pinball?
Us? Guys?
You know, Seol, massive pinball people.
Seol is an extremely protectionist isola, inaccessible to the rest of mankind, as it has been for over 1,000 years. I have no special knowledge of them, despite my heritage. But even I know that they don't play pinball. They have a rigid class society and a punitive justice system. We should continue with our exploration of this place. It doesn't matter.
So you're not like all pinball aces? Because I could swear I know you are.
No, they are not. Let's move on. There's more to this place than pinball machines.
What about the Franco-Nigerian ball? Want to play that?
No.
All right. Party pooper.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
It says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
That's a long time ago.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
What do you think this was used for?
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Look at the elevator controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Close the doors and go up. Oh. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You cannot see outside. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. Pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted. Ooh, pinball maker's coat. Sick, dude. Damn, we have lots of clothes. Empathy and hand-eye coordination, as opposed to esprit de corps and shivers. They're both good. Which one looks cooler? Oh, I don't have a shirt on. I'm an absolute savage, dude. Empathy and hand-eye coordination versus... Wait, isn't hand-eye coordination... Oh, no, I needed reaction speed, not hand-eye coordination. Versus... Esprit de corps and shivers. Esprit de corps... Oh, wait, let me... These are my current bonuses there. Really bad intelligence, but pretty good at other stuff. So, Esprit de corps and shivers are... Oh, it's such a hard decision. Whatever, I'll leave this on for now.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Yep, someone's been in here within the last week or 2.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week, too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
Okay, so what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Let's have a look then at the footprints.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines.
This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say.
It doesn't look like the
Still
odd...
a boot, though.
It doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Okay.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor. You clearly see footprints in the damp.
Jackpot.
The door is small but heavy looking. It's barred from the inside.
Unbar it. The smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol. Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Look, a handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the
Ah, goddamn this fucking thought. Okay, I have to come back or something, because I'm not gonna fucking miss all these checks that I should be able to pass because of this fucking stupid thought I decided to have. I'll come back. I fail every red check, so yeah, pretty bad. I hope this is worth it for fucking with me this much. I have 2 hours left. Probably gonna just sleep. Let's see.
Can I help you?
I don't want to pay this asshole.
Got the 20 real?
Yeah, fuck you.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
How could anyone forget, asshole?
See ya, dickhead. Night, Kim.
The fan stands still. The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Body's worthless anyway. No one does anything nice to it.
And why might that be the case? What lava lights on such a bloated corpse to be.
These are my just desserts, and I will endure this pain with dignity.
There's no dignity here. Only reflections of your body mass. Flashes of the day. You keep coming back to yourself in the mirror. But why? To admire all your accomplishments? You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Human beings will always betray you.
How many promises have you kept lately, Sir Harry? To the great see-through world. The tenderness.
Women. It's the women. Look out for the women. They're oath breakers. Come now. Humans have earned your trust. And you theirs.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
It's a new day. Oh yeah, we're sexy as fuck.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Don't know what the fuck that was. I saved probably at the wrong time. Let's see. Use these chain cutters, it says.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Okay, interfacing. I have gloves for that.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Alright, we'll worry about that later. Okie dokie. We will, oh, what about our thought here? God damn it, we still have an hour and 49 minutes to go, but we'll make it work. See you next time.